Hi, I'm Andrew and this is a KWM Wine blog. Today we're going to be trying Cline's Ancient Vines Mourvedre from 2014 vintage. So really interesting wine, something very unusual and different. Number one, it's 100% Mourvedre, which is not that commonplace. Number two is made in California, so Mourvedre in California, not that commonplace. And it's ancient vines. Now, what I mean by ancient vines is this particular property has some vines on its plots up to or over 100 years old, dating back to the early 1900s. So some of the vines producing this particular sort of particular wine would be some of their oldest, I guess. I'll put that back over there. So 2014. The interesting thing with this as well is it's really big. It's like 15% alcohol. It's quite a big bottle of wine. It's a lot of alcohol. Really ripe sort of grapes obviously producing this, coming from the Contra Costa County in California. Sort of the Carneros area of California is where this is produced, for you like to know. So color wise, it's not really inky deep or anything like that. It's more under the medium to fuller depth color, nice sort of ruby edge to it. Almost slightly liquorous nose on it. Chocolate sort of tarry notes. Really sweet dried fruit almost. Interesting, quite appealing on the nose, sweet nose if you like. First thing immediately you get with this wine is sweetness. It is quite a sweet wine. It's one for somebody who maybe likes Amarones or those sort of dried grapes style of wines where you concentrate the sugars and the flavours. You get that sort of chocolate note coming through, very soft tannin structure to it, really ripe. I'd imagine the grapes for this here must have been really high potential alcohols on them because there's quite a bit of residual sugar left in this. This has got, sees about 10 months in oak, I believe, as well. So to sort of soften it out and mellow it as well. So lovely sort of finish. It lingers quite a lot as well. It's a really interesting bottle of wine. You don't see 100% Mourvedre very often. And when you do, you tend to find it can have an awful lot of sort of meaty, almost sort of cured meat characters to it. This doesn't have this. This is a different style altogether. So really interesting. It's more onto that sort of almost Amarone-esque style of a wine. So if you like those sort of Appassionamentos and things like that, this is a wine for you. It definitely is. Cline range produce wonderful wines from whites through particularly their Zinfandels. Typically sort of Rhone Valley specialists, Sierra, things like that, and Mourvedre, Nullarbor in Rhone Valley, Viognier in the white, and they also do a lot of Zinfandel as well, which are really beautiful wines too. So very nice winemaker, very affordable California wines as well, which is a key thing too, because California wines can be very cheap. Blossom Hills, Gallows, all that rubbish of the world, and then you have the really high-end Napa Valley producers, which great wines as they are, they charge a fortune for them. So this is somewhere in the middle and price point in the middle, and you get good value. That's one thing that California is never brilliant at, is producing good value, but I think Cline hits the nail on the head for that. Highly recommend if you like that sweeter style again, the Cline Ancient Vines Mourvedre. Remember, kwmwine.com, the place where taste matters.